Hi everyone, my name is Allegra Robertshot, and the inspiration for my Rube Goldberg machine was actually watching robots when I was little, and seeing how they had all the dominoes set up that set off a chain reaction. And so I wanted to do something that was similar and simple that incorporated dominoes. So in robots, it starts out with these huge dominoes that knock over. And so I wanted to kind of recreate the effect of the dominoes by using normal sized ones. So for my project, I decided to start the reaction with wind that I will generate with my mouth to blow over the dominoes, which sets off the next set of. So next I decided to work with magnets because they will both attract other objects to themselves and also serve as weights. So I set up this pulley system here, which has this little platform with a magnet on it. And so when the marble gets knocked by the last domino, the magnets will fall onto the pulley and pull this trapped door up. So my idea for this was basically just the best way to incorporate the magnets and the dominoes into having this sort of like trapdoor effect. The reason that I wanted to use this was because I love the way it looks in Rube Goldberg machines when things are sort of like flipping around. I think that sort of movement is just very visually intriguing. So as this plank falls, I decided to have a door flip up that would then turn a container full of water, which would lead to the next portion, which is a seesaw, which would then dump another bucket, which would create the art. So the first step in construction for me was actually building these smaller pieces, like the pulley piece and the pieces with the hinges. So I built these first, and then I spaced out on a plank of wood where they would need to be. And then once I did that, I was able to actually configure this two-level piece just based off of spacing. And so then once I built this, which was just real simple cutting and drilling together, I had to take my components and figure out where they needed to be spaced. And so I had to find where the last domino would fall. I had to find how far away I needed this little bucket to be placed in order for it to dump correctly. And then I had to play around with weight. So I had to figure out the weight of the marble that I would need in order for this platform to be heavy enough, and then the amount of water I would need for this cup to be light enough for the door to flip it. And then one of my Edison moments was I had to add this little thing on the edge of the door because when it was heavy enough to flip the bucket, the thing would just come straight back down instead of flipping over. Another one of my Edison moments was I had to make this little track out of hot glue because otherwise the marble wouldn't always go directly towards the platform. And then the other thing I did was I had to add in this other magnet on the edge because with just one marble, the platform wasn't heavy enough to actually flip the entire platform.
Yeah.
So now that you've seen my Rube Goldberg machine work, let me explain the elements. So first, I forgot to film blowing over the dominoes, but that is where the wind element was brought in. Gravity was demonstrated as the dominoes are falling. Magnetism was demonstrated when the marble connected with the magnet and the magnet on the platform. And then water was demonstrated when the water was dumped from one bucket into the next. So I hope you enjoyed my Rube Goldberg machine. Thank you.